My name's Jimmy.
What's up, you guys? Jimmy here, back at you with another review for Arrow Season 4. This is the third episode, titled Restoration, which in this episode you see that tension between Diggle and Oliver still going on. Diggle just not really willing to forgive Oliver for what he did. And I would say anyone in Diggle's position would be exactly the same. Kidnapped his daughter, even though he had good intentions behind it. He wasn't going to harm her. Still, they were brothers. So Diggle was only being human, because that's all we are. But that same tension between them, not working together, puts them both at risk of dying. Diggle trying to go after a person that works for Hive, and Oliver having to deal with an assassin that has been sent by Damien Darhk called Double Down, which he is actually a Flash villain, but based on the previews last week, I'm like, how can he be Double Down? Because he didn't look like he had powers, but when they mentioned that was through his tattoos, that's when I realized, oh, so that's what he does. So a little bit of clarification for me, but also for the main part of this episode, we saw Thea and Laurel go to Nana Parbat, both trying to seek some answers for both of them. Thea wanting the side effects taken out of her, and Laurel wanting Sarah back, which, no one for the longest time has used the Lazarus Pit for that specific reason, because Thea, she was close to death, but Sarah was dead. She's been dead for months. I guess you could technically say a year now. So, long time. But find out that Thea, it's all about bloodlust. She has to kill people in order to subside that bloodlust, which Thea doesn't want to do. And so eventually she convinces Malcolm to bring back Sarah, which we see her go full-blown crazy. I mean, more than Thea did. And I would say if anyone could be compared to Jason Todd right now, I would say more likely Sarah, because Jason went batshit crazy. I mean, he went to an anti-hero sort of path, and I would say probably he's still on that same path. But that's who I could compare it to right now. But that's pretty much the gist of the episode, and based on this and the previews for next week's episode, it looks like these are kind of giving us the answers of why Constantine is going to be there for episode 5. So it's nice, because I'm like, if they're going to use the Lazarus Pit to bring her back, then what's Constantine's reason for being there? But seeing that, it answers some questions for me and for anyone else that was wondering why he was going to be on the show for one episode. So it was nice to see that. And, I didn't, notice only, one Easter egg myself. When Felicity and that one guy were talking, he had a ball. There was, some sort of gadget that was like a ball, and it had the same logo as Mr. Terrific. Which I immediately noticed that, even though I don't know Mr. Terrific. But with Arrow, I'm wanting to learn more about him. I'm definitely wanting to know more about it. But this episode, I loved it. Set up for Constantine's arrival in Star City, which I am so excited. Like a little schoolgirl. I'm like, yay! Because Constantine being one of my favorite DC characters. And I love that supernatural, magical side to DC. And it's nice that the actor that played Double Down is the same actor who plays on another great show that I watch called Teen Wolf, which he plays a werewolf hunter called Chris Argent. So it's nice to see that. But that's pretty much my entire thoughts on the episode. Let me know your thoughts on the episode down in the comment section below, as well as any other thoughts on this season in general. And you can check out my other reviews for Flash, Gotham, all that great stuff and more. And as always, my name's Jimmy, and until next time, bye.